think I'm done for the turn anyway, so let's end the turn. The Sulfons actually know about us now, and I forgot to show you the diplomatic screen then. I'll show it coming up. Be the first to have 3 unique star system improvements in your empire. Unknown empire. Ah, I thought that was us for a second. Be the first to obtain the 6 political parties in your empire. And that was achieved by someone else as well. I don't have that either, do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're 1 off it. We built the academy building. That was a unique. I built a food unique on here as well, so I couldn't have been much off that either, actually. Let's have a look in a diplomacy screen then. So you can see that they now know about us, and it looks like they are becoming unhappy with us as well. There isn't too many options here at all, but I believe there isn't a way to increase that now within the tech tree. There are some policies I could potentially do with them, but to be honest, I just need to kill them really, because otherwise they're going to cause me all sorts of influence issues, and I don't want them having that either. So I doubt I'll be doing too much diplomacy with them. In a bit though, I may want to do some diplomacy with them, possibly, but only if they find me. Up until that point I should probably keep quiet with them. Right, Hero got a new skill, so she's rather good on the food end. I am going to yeah, I'll appoint the influence, I guess. I'm not sure if I'll do 2 or not. Okay. Research. Right, we completed the enhancement to the Marco ships. Let's actually have a look at these. Right, so that has increased the titanium cost for these new modules, and there are 3 new modules. One of them is completely open to whatever, and the other 2 seem to be defenses, which yeah, that's interesting and not necessarily what I would have wanted. That one's normal, that one's a double. Yeah, so I've got to come in here and redesign those in a bit, and sadly that has unlocked that. Yeah, can't select it. Let's get that ship next. Right, so it's going to take 2 turns. That'll increase my command points as well as giving me a new ship design. Okay, and right, so research is done, and I'm going to take a minute out then to update my ship design and do my build list for the turn. Okay, I've updated the build list for the turn. I'm going to be starting to now get out some of these new weapon ships, which are the small attackers. Going to take a number of turns yet, but yeah, they're getting started finally. And I should show you actually what I've done to them since I actually upgraded them. I also forgot to show you this ship, which I did actually upgrade at some point. So not too many modules on these, and that's the best they're going to get. Right, so what do they have? I've given them a long-range missile. I want to keep them out the action. They have engine like all my ships do, 1 in shield, and also they have a doubled up flotilla shield, which I hopefully believe will work on the entire T of the ships within the fleet, or flotilla. Flotilla might be like 1 section within the fleet, 1 of the 3 sections I'm thinking. I'm not exactly sure what flotilla means actually, but that's what I think it means. I've realized as well, this module here, that one is actually an upgrade to it, I believe, so it's just improved, and that's basic, so that kind of now makes sense. These use Hyperion, which I don't actually use a lot of in my fleets yet, which maybe I should be if there was something decent worth building. I'd use the... I'm tempted to use the actual engine, but that's still better. Anyway, this is my or going to be my new weapon ship. So I've actually decided to use the torpedoes on these. I'm going to have like the big heavy frigates up front and these at medium or long range. That's going to be the basic plan. Haven't stuck anything specialized in here. I mean, I could potentially use that. I think, well, I'm hoping later on to get heroes and actually stick one scanner on them, so that will, well, that will give them sight range. Or I could just make scout ships to accompany the fleet if I really need to for extra sight range. So this is, yeah, just weapons, one engine, and shields. Actually on this double slot I stuck plating, so it's got half shields, half plating on this one, and they are rather expensive. Not too much titanium used on these, so I don't think I'll be running out anytime soon with my current loadout for ships. Right, so reveal it there, and I can't do an awful lot with those. I think that's it for the turn, so let's end the turn. Okay, Aldebaran is now the biggest population system. I think I'm going to move my hero there. There's a lot of temperate worlds there. Thinking for my second governor. Well, let's check something. Let's have is her bonus? It's actually teaming and not temperate. So actually, I probably should stick her on Orm anyway, rather than the capital, since the capital doesn't need to grow. Yeah, so I think I'm going to move them around now. I've actually got another skill point with her. So do I want more food or more production or more influence? I'm going to go for the influence, I think. I guess. Okay. Yeah, I may regret that at some point. But that's what I've done. Population. Any hit in the caps? No. Oh. Do Yevens actually have gotten up to the level where I can gene splice them? So Aldebaran's population may actually be reduced, surely. Let's do that then. 1 and 1. Splice those genes. Okay, so just to ratios again. What's the food situation? Ooh. Kochab's actually losing a ton now. So that's friggin' awful. What can I do about that? I may have to move her to there. I probably need to get some food tech. That's what I really need to do. I don't have a food specialization. I only went up 5%, and yeah, it's doing that. It's pretty crazy. Gene hunter consumption. Do they all have that? That looks like it's much more than 5% to me then, that amount. Or 15% it should be actually now. So yeah, that's obviously problematic. I might have to send some population off here, which I'm going to have to figure out. Maybe I could delay picking that up and get some food instead. So there's foods. Happy and ecstatic, that would give a lot of extra food. Yeah, I'm going to have to go for a botanical one. Only take a turn. How long does it take to starve? 2 turns. Right. That's a revealer, that's a revealer. Looks like I've got a few things to update here. Okay, so build list is updated for the turn, as you can see, and that's the current state of things. So my 4 really good systems now are all making ships, and those 2 are still getting up infrastructure. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do about this situation, but hopefully that, well, the improvements from that will be able to sort it out, rather than have to move population off or I don't know what. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to keep my heroes where they are. I was planning on moving them this turn, but there's not so much reason now, I think, for various reasons. Let's end the turn then. Before I do that though, actually I should pick the cards that I want to pick up, because I haven't added them in here yet. So I think what I'm going to do is take that one out. I don't want Team Spirit though. Well, actually, I think I'm going to keep those two. I don't know what my opponents are using yet, so that's kind of an issue. I can't really easily figure out what I should pick up. But I think I want the experience one. I can use that in easy combats. The health one's definitely going to be useful, so I want that. And then it's just a case of what do I keep here. I mean, if my opponents aren't using one weapon type, for example, there's pointless in having one of those. But for now, I'll keep them both, and maybe I'll switch it over for one of those two, I'm thinking, later on, but we'll see. Right, currently that is free, but if I were to change it within the next 10 turns, it's going to cost me influence. But yeah, it's only 100, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Right, let's... And with my money in general, I'm saving that up for heroes in a bit. I'll want to upgrade the ship, because I'm going to want to have one of those two more than likely, which is highly unlikely at the moment. That I'm going to get one, but we'll see. And there isn't, I believe, any in the marketplace currently, sadly. Right, so soon I'm going to complete that. My industry will go up a lot then for completing the main quest. Right, that's decreasing, but I don't believe it actually did decrease. I've got a turn left on it. Right, looks like we were attacked here, and yeah, there's no point in sticking around, so let's retreat. Okay. And that says 7. Oh, right, there's a... Well, that's interesting. What are these? They're pirates. Okay. So they're not the minor race. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to deal with those then if they become an issue, but I haven't been blockaded by minor races or pirates yet. Right, that's been upgraded. We now have that food tech. And what next is the question. I think I had... Yeah, I got one more turn left. Well, less than a turn left on that. I think I'll pick that up then. And there's another... one more food tech in this era. And also gives a population boost. Now, I don't actually know what telluric means. As mentioned, it gives extra population on there. Probably non-gas giants, is it? I guess. Who knows? So, yeah, there's a specialization tech there which would seemingly be useful as well. So I'm going to go for that next. After that, and then, I don't know what after that comes after that. Combat-wise, we may be more than enough to take on these guys, but it's really hard to tell without finding their fleets. It would be easy to conquer that system. Problem is, if they have the culture flip technology, they can immediately flip it back. So, yeah. Basically, it's important to take down the worlds that have really good influence. At least that's how it worked in the last patch. I don't know about this one, if they've changed how culture flipping works a bit. It's a much maligned area of a game in the forums. Still, they probably need to add a tactical element to culture flipping, in my opinion, and quite a few other people's opinions, I believe. Right, so that can stay there. Not going to upgrade it. Oh, food came in this turn though, didn't it? So we are still losing food here. In fact, I'm going to lose the population if I don't do something about this. So we are ecstatic, so I would get a huge amount of food off that. 20% extra food, 40 food per luxury resource. There isn't any luxury resource here, so which one would be better? 350, 350, 20%. It doesn't tell you the total. Oh, actually, in here it does. No, it's... No. Actually, I'm not sure I can see the total food here to figure that out easily. I'm gonna go for that one then. I may actually have to stick that ahead of it. Okay. And end of turn. Right, so we've got a new combat ship design this turn. Now I think my command points would have gone up as well. Yeah, they have, so we've got 14 command points now. We failed that quest basically because they got a planet there. They must have, to colonize that, the Sophons must have brought a fleet over. I've never seen their fleet over here, so I don't know how they did it really, if they didn't do that. Right, population change, so both of those went up. That one lost the population. Let's check it out now. Right, we're back in the green, so to speak. And that's done in a turn. That can come after it, I guess. And we've also could make one of those. I could put that in the list as well. Okay, the hero is now at level 8. So let's pick up more influence. Okay. The survey is in. Survey says religious. And yeah, I don't think I'll be going religious. I'll be going more than likely manufacturing. I'll have a look at the laws a bit later on. Industry party. Okay, so aqueducts and a new improvement. Let's have a look at this new ship then. So this is the well, this is buggy, I think. 2 ships have shown up here when surely it should have been 1. So that's the Archiducts class coordinator. Yeah, I got a feeling this is a bug, and only 1 is supposed to have shown up. Yeah, it's an early patch of this build though, isn't it? So I'll probably just use 1 of them and won't use the other one. I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Okay, let's do the automated movement. I can come back and repair. And yeah, what I'm going to do then is take a minute out, update this, and also update that new ship design. Okay, so this is the updated Archiducts design I've done, and I deleted the duplicate one, which one of them actually had increased manpower. I think it was bugged. I deleted that one. Right, so this design I've gone for a couple of missile slots, and I believe they are dual slots. This design also has a unique type of well, it's called Advanced Inversion System, and that gives some extra defense. So I've stuck that there. And the rest I've just added on defense. So there's a shield there, and there, that's a double one. That's a double one as well. I think maybe I could have stuck, well, where could I stick this? Let's have a look. Yeah, I can't stick it there, so that was causing me some issues. I've just gone for one slot instead of a dual slot, which maybe I should have gone for, but yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. I'm not actually building any quite yet, but I'm sure I will later on. And let's build this state of things now. So next turn, I actually start to get some ships in finally. Let's end the turn. I might build up to have 1 complete fleet before going after them. I'd like a hero on top as well. We'll see though. I actually kind of need to take on the miners as well, don't I? Conquer them. So before I even arguably think about going after these guys. Yeah, probably should go after the miners first. Looks like we've been attacked on Horatio. Let's retreat here. Not sure if that'll work or not, probably not. Okay. Population, Kochab gained one again, good. And that's not good. Right, I'm gonna have to load an autosave by the looks of it. Okay, it loaded up the autosave for the turn, everything looks okay. So I've updated my construction queue as well, that's how it's looking. So we got a new ship on Stadrus complete this turn, and also on Kochab. The one on Stadrus, let's get that one out here. I think I'll probably group it at Kochab, since that's where most of my colonies seem to be well, connected to at least. And the movement isn't great actually. I could do with picking up a movement tech. There is one, definitely, at least one left in the tech tree. So I think I'll be doing that pretty soon. What did we just pick up? Right, Empire Development 4, so there's more laws I can pick up in future. Oh, you just picked up some more foods and that population slot thing. Oh, that's actually a system improvement. Right, so I may actually, well, Kochab's about to hit the pop cap, so I may want to make that as very, very expensive actually. Yeah, maybe I want to get more combat ships out rather than build that, but we'll see. Next tech then. So yeah, I think food's okay for the moment. These ship techs, I definitely want more, but maybe I should find out what exactly I'm up against before picking an awful lot more. I don't need more command points really. I don't need a lot of those. I think the resource type ones, I actually need to unlock the resources first, which are over here somewhere. So movements, that would be a good idea. There's a couple of points of movement there. That's increased movement out of warp lanes, which I will be needing, but not quite yet. So let's I don't know if I have any arid planets anyway, but I'm going to pick that tech up for the extra movement then. Okay. And that revealer, you know what? Let's... Well, I think they're coming down there, so I'm going to put that in Hannah. And that one, I might as well... No, I'll leave that one out. I could be sending probes with that, actually. I've forgotten. Let's do that. Okay. Right. Could even be moving that up here. How many turns? That would take 9 turns. You know what? Probably should do, and I should have done that a while ago actually. Could be combat ships still there, which I've forgotten about. No. What's a bit weird, if I come into here, that quest is still available, and yet the Hishu are nowhere to be seen. So they must have been destroyed. And that quest should have been failed in effect. Right, let's end the turn there. So my fleets can have 14 command points. Each of the bigger ship type I have is 3 command points, and small ships are 1. So I gotta figure out combination really about how many I could have. New trading company is now available, so I need to figure out a world to stick that on. A faction has been assimilated by the Gene AI. Oh, that reminds me as well, and I completely forgot about this. I may be able to just assimilate them with influence. Diplomatic status must be friendly. Yeah, I could praise them. In fact, I could probably do that. I should have been doing that. Right, so I'm going to take a look at that in a minute. Right, political survey, religious again, but we know that's bollocks. So I think that needs to be improved. Population gains. Stadrus is near to cap. Right, population lost in Kochab again, but I just built a food building, so it should come back up a bit. Okay, Stadrus, yeah, I need to colonize something more than likely here. I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Heroes is assigned skills, so one in here. one's got to level 9. So there could be more influence there. Science one is pretty tiny. Approval would be nice, but it's only if it's on a world that needs it. So let's get that one, I think, for the time being. Right, we got extra movement this turn. Are they? I don't think they're in system. Hope not anyway. Okay. Let's just put that in Hannah. Right, so what I'm going to do then is take a minute out to update this and figure out what research I'm going after. Okay, build list updated. There's a couple of places which might be a little bit delayed in getting ships out because I need to get some infrastructure up. But yeah, it's still getting out. Also brought out a ship from the Hannah on older brand, so let's get that down to Coachab this turn. Take a couple of turns. So fleet's starting to build up there. The research I'm going to go after. Now, a lot of these fourth layer attacks are actually starting to get quite expensive. Definitely need that ice tech coming up for Coachab. There's maybe some approval that I would need soon as well, so I think I'm going to grab that now, even though arguably it's a bit before I arguably need it, but yeah, I'll pick it up just in case it gets too expensive later on. So yeah, each tech you pick up makes the others more expensive. I think that's how it works. I'm not exactly sure on the specific details though. Right, let's have a look at a minor race this turn. So I got two choices. I think I'm gonna assimilate, or try to assimilate this one first, because I could maybe just conquer that one instead, but we'll see. Right, so what I want to do then is, that's literally at the worst relations it could be. So I think I need to get them up to 200 and then I can assimilate them. And I've got probably enough to do it. I maybe even could have done this a while ago. Let's see though if that is the case. So let's praise them. That's 80. Let's get them back to 0. Right. Actually, that's gone down in cost. Yeah, I did know about this when I started recording, but I freaking forgot all about it, so it could have been pretty costly. Let's keep on praising them then. One. Oh, actually, that should go up. Assimilate minor civilization by providing assistance with a problem free. Oh, that's interesting. But maybe I could just do that instead. Maybe as a quest or something. Yeah, here we go. Faction assimilated. The Pilgrims on Isa have been assimilated. Right, so that cost me a lot in influence, and I could have done that a while ago, but yeah, how much did it cost me overall then? So it's 80 times 5, so that's 400. It probably cost me about 900-ish, so I'll assimilate the other one in a number of turns as well. But yeah, Izar is now our system. Now the problem with that is we are now over our initial planetary threshold, so we're starting to get approval issues on the other worlds. But we've got an entirely new system. So this is cold and meager. I think I'll keep the food at the moment, it's fine. And I'm going to want to get production up here though. So that one's probably a good way to start. Have I? Yeah, I've done all of the expeditions. That's a gas giant, that's lava. And Pilgrims are on here in the main. Okay, right. So I think that's... I could do with actually getting a buyout tech, which it doesn't look like I've got. I thought I had it. There doesn't seem to be a way for me to buy it though. So where is it in here? It's that one. How many turns would it take? 1 turn? Yeah, let's get that now then. I think it's probably worthwhile. And would then pick up the happiness, which it would seem we need even more so now. Right. And let's end the turn. So I could have done that, it would seem, a few turns ago. So I didn't really lose that much from that. I think my influence just went up a huge amount then as well. Right, we just unlocked a new collection bonus, which should be the last one of the Horatio. Up to 50 times 2 on Empire. Ah, that's why I just went up a huge amount. That would explain it. And we've got a new hero this turn. A counselor, an overseer, and a counselor are available.